Welcome back to the Life in Pink podcast, where dreams come true, women are inspired, and wealth is our business. I want you to know that you matter, and life is much better with you in it. Welcome back today to all of the listeners, and welcome if you are new. Today, I want to talk about a topic that is vital to our happiness and fulfillment in love. Okay, the importance of not selling ourselves short. I want to talk about that today. In today's society, we have constant reminders every day that bombard us with images and messages about what we should want and how we should be looking for a relationship and who we should be when it comes to love and relationships. And it's easy to lose sight of our own worth. So let's acknowledge that each one of us, first and foremost, brings a unique strength and quality to the table. Okay, each one of us have qualities in our own selves to bring to the table in any relationship that we step into. Your individuality is a gift. Okay, don't let anyone diminish that. When it comes to love, it's crucial to remember that you deserve a partner who appreciates you for who you are, not just the surface level traits or the ones that society deems desirable. Okay, not just what you see on the outside, how beautiful you are on the outside, but actually about the inside of you. Way too often as women, we find ourselves in relationships where we feel that we have to compromise our values or our passions or even our very own selves to fit someone else's mold. But I want to remind you that love should not require you to change who you are. And you should never have to pretend to be something that you aren't. The right relationship will amplify your strengths and support your dreams and who you are. So what are ways to know that we're not selling ourselves short? Do you feel like you're being heard when you're talking to your partner? Do you feel like they're taking you seriously? If you set something up that you want, do they give you what you want? If you tell them, I would like for you to at least call me once a day, and that's too hard for them to do, or you find yourself over and over in that same situation where it seems like it's hard for them to call you every day. If that seems like it's a lot for them, but that's what you want, that's what would make you happy and establish happiness within you to let you know that your partner is serious about you, then that means that that's not a problem. That's something that you want. So if that person can't give you that, if it's too hard for them, if they feel like you're asking for too much, then that is not your person. You are now investing more time than what you should by staying around and by trying to convince them to give you that time that you're asking for. That would be selling yourself short to stick around that to try to convince them. Okay? No matter what it is that you really want, don't be afraid to talk about that, to put it on the table that this is something that you want. This is something that you require. For whatever reason that may be, that's entirely up to you and what you want, whatever makes you happy. And ways to start this is by establishing your negotiables. What do you value most in a partner and in a relationship? What do you value? What are some of the things that you want the most that matters to you? Deal breakers, things that you absolutely will not accept. These are things you set boundaries on and you stick with them. Okay, things like what do you value most in a partner or a relationship? It could be something like respect or you valuing communication over anything. Just remember, be clear about your needs. Also, remember the relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for every other relationship in your life. It's a ripple effect. The things you accept now, the things you want now, it's setting a ripple effect for the future. What you choose to do now for yourself and what you accept will be the mold of your future 4 or 5 years down the line. So what do you want to change? That's the things that I want you to ask yourself. Those are the things that matter. I made a video about establishing boundaries and why that's so important. Because boundaries it's not something that's just healthy, but it's necessary, very necessary for love or dating or finding the right fit for you. Boundaries communicate what you will and won't accept in a relationship. And I want to reinforce that and remind you, don't be afraid to enforce them, enforce your boundaries. This is not in a mean way. This is just to establish your likes and your dislikes. Remember, don't play a role. Be yourself. The more you can be yourself, the sooner you will manifest the right person for you. A partner who respects you will only appreciate that about you. They will appreciate the fact that you do have boundaries, that they can't just walk all over you. Be mindful of the narratives also that you're consuming on a day-to-day basis when it comes to love and relationships. Whether it's through media, social networks, or even just casual conversations. Remember, negative messages about love and relationships can seep into our minds. So choose to engage with the content that empowers and inspires you and that keeps you motivated and in the right mindset for your overall happiness and well-being. And when it comes to love, remember, it's not about settling. We are not settling. Okay, listeners, women out there, we are not settling. Okay? We are going to set firmly in our beliefs and wait for what we truly desire to come. How do we do that? By first desiring what we want and desiring ourselves, understanding ourselves, our likes, our dislikes, and not just going for something, settling because you feel like that's all you can have for the time being. No, that is not what we want. That is not how we're going to manifest what we truly need. In order to manifest what you truly need, you have to reject immediately. Cut off the things that you don't need and the things that you don't accept, the things that you will not accept. This way, the things that you will accept and do need will be able to easily manifest and come into your life because you have an opening for that. Remember, love is about finding someone who meets you at your level, not the other way around. You are not a project for someone to fix or a trophy for someone to just show off. You deserve and you require more. When you love yourself, you truly understand that. Remember, you're also a partner and an equal, deserving of genuine connections and mutual respect. So I want you to never underestimate your value. You are deserving of love that reflects your true worth. Okay? A love that brings you up rather than diminishing you, making you forget who you are. You look in the mirror, you don't even recognize yourself anymore. I want you to stand firm in your standards, remembering who you are and making that time for yourself, to set standards for yourself. Going out alone, maybe to have a drink, coffee, tea, just to get out alone, not always prioritizing and putting your partner before everything else and making everything about them. Okay? Now, I want to go on about topics about risking losing yourself in relationships and what to look out for so that doesn't happen. So, I want you all to join me in a part 2 of this message, okay? So, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I want to remind you guys to take the time to take care of yourselves. And I want you to keep nurturing your spirit and embracing the luxury of living your best life. And remember, continue to uplift and empower each other. Until next time, embrace your softness, your strength, and all that makes you beautiful.